I've only had the Waxed Wing Wisp for about a week, and it's already replaced a knife nearly twice its price as my go-to pocket fixed blade. So today, we're going to take a look at how just such a small knife made such a big impression. Now, quick disclosure in the name of transparency, Trevor at Waxed Wing did send this knife at no cost for review. He didn't have any input in the review, and he's getting to see this at the same time that you are. But just keep that in mind. I'll have links down in the pinned comment in the description where you can check out the Wisp as well as his other models for yourself. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So what are we looking at here specs and materials wise? So the Wisp has a 2.85 inch sheep's foot blade, and the cutting edge on that is 2.65 inches. The steel is AEB-L, and he uses a 1/16 inch blade stock like he does on all of his other knives. Now, he recently switched back to AEB-L from Nitro V because Nitro V is no longer being made, and the stock on that is beginning to run out, to my understanding. Now, honestly, I think that's a side grade at worst, but I think AEB-L is arguably an upgrade, especially if you take Laren Thomas's chart at Knife Shield Nerds as gospel, because he rates it as slightly higher in toughness, with the other attributes being approximately the same. Now, the overall length on this is 6.62 inches, so overall, it's a fairly small knife. The scales are slimmed down, and he uses 3/16 inch G10 as opposed to the 1/4 inch that he uses on most of his other knives, like my Nymph here. So it is slimmed down in that sense. So with the slimmer blade and the scales being slimmed down as well, it gives it a sleeker profile, which I really like. And you're getting all of that for $135, which for a made in the USA small batch fixed blade, that is really, really hard to beat. So specs are great, but how is it in the hand? So as you may have heard before in many of my videos, I have large, extra large size hands, and with the grip here, I can get a full 4-finger grip very easily, and I even have some room to spare, as you can see on there. So there's plenty of room on this handle. Now, it does have a straight handle, which is not my favorite in the world, and that's because I just like having some kind of a palm swell or maybe like a slight bump for a finger guard here, just so that your finger, there's less worry about sliding up onto the blade and cutting yourself potentially. But that being said, this design does work, and with a small blade like this, you shouldn't be bearing down on it to the point where it's going to matter anyway. It's just not what it's designed for. And this does have plenty of grip, and like I'm really not worried about my finger sliding up onto it. It's just more of a personal preference when it comes to handle shapes. Now, there's no jimping, which with blade stock this thin doesn't really bother me because that can get almost like not like saw teeth, but you know what I'm saying. When it's this thin, it just can kind of like grind into your thumb or your finger when you're using it. So not a huge deal to me that it doesn't have jimping. But the width and just the feeling of the hand is very comfortable for me with this grip. So fixed blades, though, are only as good as their sheath. So how is the sheath on this one? Now, this is actually probably for me the most noticeable improvement over the Nymph. It has better fit, and it actually clicks into place, which you can probably hear. It actually has a click where it clicks into place. And that is as opposed to my Nymph, which I've had for a while. You didn't really hear it click in. Now, it's not loose. It's a great sheath. It works, but it doesn't have that audible click that I really, really like. And the other thing is the eyelets are spaced very well, gives you lots of options as far as soft loops, or as you can see, and which, by the way, it does come with one soft loop, which I took off. But I swapped that out and put an ulti clip on here. And now the thing is, with soft loops, I prefer to carry with 2 soft loops, and as you can saw, it only came with 1. But with as light as this is, you can easily carry this with just 1 loop. I just prefer 2 as a personal preference. But like I mentioned, I swapped it out for an ulti clip here. And that gives, with its ultra slim factor or form factor, with both the knife and the sheath here, it is great in the pocket. And so that's why I swapped it out for the ulti clip. But speaking of carry, let's get into the carryability. So the sleek design and the equally slim sheath give it a really slender profile. It's also extremely light at 1.8 ounces for the knife and 3.2 with the knife and the sheath with the ulti-clip mounted. So that's this entire setup, as you see here, is 3.2 inches, which is crazy, crazy light. And really, that addresses the two biggest hurdles when it comes to pocket carrying a fixed blade, and those are weight and the amount of real estate that it takes up in your pocket. And because of how well the Wisp addresses those, I think I can honestly say this has dethroned the Montana Knife Company Mini Speedgoat 2.0 as my go-to pocket fixed blade. And we'll take a look at them side by side here in a bit. So, on to build quality. How is the build quality on this? I think overall it's pretty good, but it actually has some fit and finish improvements and tweaks over the Nymph that are worth noting. So I will bring the Nymph back out here. So the sheath I already mentioned is a big improvement, but the texture on the scales, as you can see, it's a slightly different pattern. The Nymph is more of a dimple type pattern. This is more of like a rock pattern is kind of what I would call it. I overall like the look and feel of the pattern on the Wisp better as opposed to the one on the Nymph. Neither of them are bad, but I just prefer this one. Now, another thing I noticed was that the logo is a little bit smaller on the Wisp. And I don't know if that's because of the size of the blade necessarily, but I do like the slightly smaller logo. And it also includes a little made in Pennsylvania or made in PA, which I think is a nice little touch that's included in the logo as well. And the Wisp also, at least for me, came a bit sharper than the Nymph did, or at least it felt like it when I was doing the old paper cutting test. I do also want to mention that when Trevor sent me the Wisp, he mentioned that he recently started making his knives full time. So I think we're going to continue to see a lot more of that progress and little tweaks to these knives that really improve them. Now, the one nitpick that I have on this, and I'm not sure if you can see it in the shot here, but the plunge grind is not perfectly symmetrical on mine. Now, that's purely a cosmetic thing. That's not something that's going to affect the actual use of it. But because I'm going through this with a fine-tooth comb, it was something that I did want to point out. Now, again, it doesn't affect the usefulness or the performance. It's just something that I noticed. So let's bring out some knives to compare it to size-wise. So you already saw the Waxed Wing Nymph, but I will bring that back out here. And we also have the Rainier Fast Pack, which is one of my other favorite ultralight fixed blades. And I'm going to bring up pretty much ultralight fixed blades because that's kind of the class that we're in here. Now, I love the Rainier Fast Pack, but the sheath, in my opinion, is much more flexible with the Wisp. And next, I'm going to bring out the Boker BFF Pack Light. Now, this one is thinner overall, and it's a smaller knife. But for me, it's harder to grip, and the spacing on the eyelets here made it so that I had to mount the ulti clip a lot higher than I wanted to, so I really was not a fan of the sheath on that compared to the Wisp. And last but not least, the one that it finally dethroned or unthroned, and that is the Montana Knife Company Mini Speedgoat. Now, this is ultralight and great in the pocket, but the sheath has a little bit larger of a footprint as far as the height. You can see here. Length, it's a little bit shorter, but length is less of an issue for me when I'm pocket carrying. And I also had to go aftermarket on the scales for this because this comes with a paracord wrap. And I just am not a fan of the paracord wrap, so I had to order the scales, which added even more. And that's to a knife that is already significantly more expensive than the Wisp is. So those are my favorite comparisons as far as ultralight knives, but let's get back to the Wisp and what are overall the pros and cons on this one. So the pros are it is extremely easy to carry thanks to an awesome sheath and the very thin, sleek profile. It has a full grip while still maintaining a compact size. The improved sheath, like I said, I really am a fan of this sheath. And solid steel and AEB-L. I think AEB-L is a great choice here. And for $135, it's really reasonably priced for a small batch made in the USA fixed blade. And one thing that, I love it. One of the things that Trevor asked that I point out is the box that he shipped it in. So this is the box that it came in. And it just came in this box, in the sheath. Oh, just like that. And it had a sticker in there. That's literally all that it came with. And I love the fact that Trevor likes to point that out. And the reason is he does it to keep the cost down, and he wants to let his knives do the talking for him, not his branding. And I just absolutely love that mindset. So as far as the cons here, there's not a lot, but there are a couple just to balance everything out. So the straight handle is not going to be for everyone, but it does fit the design philosophy for this. So it's just kind of a design trade-off. It's not a hard use knife, but it's not designed to be, and it's not trying to be. But you're not going to be able to do things like batoning with this and things like that. And the last con is that plunge grind issue that I pointed out. Again, it's just more of an aesthetic issue. It's not going to affect anything, but just because I'm going through and nitpicking it for this review, it is something that I needed to point out. So what do I think of the Waxed Wing nip? Well, like I mentioned, I think it's become my go-to pocket fixed blade. And that's because it knows what it wants to be and it executes that extremely well. It's not overbuilt. It's not trying to do everything. It's designed to be easy to carry and to cut well. And it does those two things well. And it's been cool to see how far Waxed Wing has come since that first knife that I reviewed early on in the Nymph. So just seeing the progress from here to here has been awesome. And if you're into compact fixed blades or you're thinking about trying to pocket carry, I really think that the Wisp needs to be on your list. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And let me know down in the comments, would you carry a fixed blade like this in your pocket, or is there another pocket carry fixed blade that you think that I should check out? But until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video.